Hey everyone, how are you? It is October 14th, 2022. And I'm just about to go get some kids from the after school care, so it's another late night for me. But I just wanted to give you this insight as I was going about my day, doing some errands, and I'm thinking of maybe collaborating and taking all the information on my YouTube channel and putting it in retreat form, like a 2-day retreat. Would that be something that you guys would be interested in? Comment down below. I can't tell you how invaluable you guys have been for me. If it wasn't for you, watching, I wouldn't have been motivated to put up these YouTube these YouTube videos. I wouldn't have been motivated to work on myself. And I'm telling you today, October 14th, I feel liberated. Last week was a challenge as I had to work out some personal stuff. Trauma bonding, and the ego likes to have you assume because of past behavior, because you went through it before, because you went through it 5 times, then it must mean that, oh, it's a familiar territory, therefore it must mean that you're going through the same thing. Not always. And so I had to challenge myself just to work through that. And I tell you, you guys have been such a source to me, and I appreciate you so much. So I'd love to do something for you to give you an opportunity to work with me and work perhaps as a group online in a retreat. Maybe we can do a Zoom call for 2 days, like all day on a Saturday and all day on a Sunday. And we can share our stories and share what works, share what doesn't, and just cry and laugh together. Would that be something? I mean, I would absolutely love that. I would love to get to know you and meet you, and I think that would just be so fantastic. I really do. So just consider that and let me know. Now, as I was going on my day today, I was... Sorry, there's traffic behind me, distracting. There was an idea that I had, and I'm all for positive affirmations. If you're not going to use positive affirmations, and if you don't believe they're going to work, then they won't work. And they don't work at the beginning. If you stay with it, then they start to work. The reason why positive affirmations don't work at the beginning, maybe 1 or 2 days, maybe even 4 days, they're not working, and you're just like, this isn't working, I'm going to quit. Your ego is trauma bound to fear. Your ego is the one that rules the roost, and if these positive affirmations rub your ego wrong, then your ego is going to put walls up and barriers and get you to assume that it's not working. But if you stay with these positive affirmations for a week, you will see a change. I promise you that. All it takes is every time you're in the bathroom, every time you have the opportunity to look in a mirror, even if you are not private, all you need to do is look at yourself in the eye and say to yourself in your mind, if you're not private, I love you. You're amazing. You are so funny. You are so courageous. You are somebody that I would love to get to know. Now, if you are alone, you can still look yourself in the eye, but verbalize verbalize, I love you today. You are doing the best that you can with the tools that you have. You made it this far. Keep going. I love you. I want to encourage you today. You are an amazing soul. You are a bright light. And you have made somebody else's day wonderful yesterday and today. And that is because of who you are. You are worthy of this life. You are worthy to be here. You are magnificent. You are wonderful. And I'm sorry that your mom and dad never got the chance to see you as I see you. But I see you because I'm the inner person who sees you every single day. And I see your courage. I see your fear. And I see how you overcome your fear every single day with the baby steps that you take. These baby steps are monumental into your greatness because you are great. You are worthy. You are loved. And I am here guiding you every step of the way as I champion your success. What other people think about you doesn't matter. I'm here with you every day. I see your secret thoughts. I hear your inner speak. I matter to you because you matter to me. And so if you think nobody is watching you and nobody cares for you, I'm watching you. I care for you. I matter. We're going to put healthy boundaries in place. We're going to learn together on what it means to say yes and also what it means to say no. We're going to do a lot of observing together. We're going to observe each other, but we're going to observe the narcissists on the outside of ourselves, and we're going to just watch them instead of reacting. We're going to hold each other's heart, and we're going to hold space of love for one another by staying silent and not reacting to our ego and reacting in fear. We're going to stand in courage and know that we are safe, even in situations that seem uncomfortable. We're going to use our voices to stay silent or rise tall. And at the end of the day, when we put our head down on that pillow, we're going to tell ourselves, job well done. Thank you. We're going to say that we appreciate ourselves. And we're going to say that tomorrow is a better day than it was today, and today was damn great. Job well done. I love you. Saying stuff like that to yourself as you look in the mirror gets into your subconscious. Your subconscious is where the trauma is stored. And your subconscious cannot tell the difference between right and wrong, good or bad. And it can't even tell the difference between fantasy or reality. So what you are doing is speaking to your subconscious and it's storing it as memory. So every time you are in a situation where you need love, you have a memory of love, self-love, imprinted on you by looking at yourself in the mirror the other day, or just 5 minutes ago, or just maybe a week ago when you had to give yourself a break and just retreat to the restroom while the narcissist was on their tyrannical rage. You went into the washroom and looked at yourself in the mirror with tear-stained eyes, and you began to say, I am worthy. I don't deserve this, and I will overcome this. I am courageous. I am love because I love me, and I was built for this. I was born to overcome this so that I could release this inner trauma inside of me and become better than who I used to be and better than what any negative person ever thought I was. I get to choose now who I want to be, and I am great and I am wonderful and I will succeed through this. So when your theta wave or your subconscious is imprinted with self-loving affirmations, That gives you an anchor point to anchor onto. And that helps you grab the courage to rise above and leave the narcissist and never look back and never enter into another narcissistic relationship again, as you now carry on in your life and you live for yourself. You do for yourself what other people could not do or refused to do. I'm sorry that your mom and dad, they never told you that they loved you, or maybe they never showed you that they appreciated you. You have the chance now to give yourself the love that you need that you never had. And it starts just by looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you love you. Now, you may not believe it at first. It may take a little while and it may feel awkward, but no one's watching except for you. Are you embarrassed to be in your own company? Really? If you're embarrassed by yourself, then stick out your tongue at yourself and make a funny face at yourself in the mirror. Give yourself a chance to giggle at yourself. Give yourself a chance to laugh at yourself. Not to make fun of yourself, but to laugh and have fun. Because that's what kids do. Kids make fun of each other and make funny faces. I was going to make a pig nose. When I do that, my nose looks piggish, And that's what we used to do as a kid. We used to put up our nose. Like, people used to make fun of my nose, so I'd stick my nose up and go like that all the time. Like, really, who cares? I know words hurt, but this is not that. This is just kids being silly. And if you can tap into your inner child and just laugh at yourself and have fun and not sweat that, then you'll take that confidence outside of yourself wherever you go, and the narcissist will be like confused. They'll be like, I can't call them names anymore because those names don't affect them. Why would name calling affect you? It's because you don't know who you are and you don't trust that you know who you are. You don't trust your instincts, but talking to yourself in front of the mirror and getting wild and crazy with your faces helps you to just loosen up and be a friend to yourself as you protect yourself. You don't get the authority to call yourself names and call yourself a loser. That stops, okay? No more self-negative talk. No more calling yourself stupid. No more calling yourself a loser. No more calling yourself fat. No more calling yourself ugly. No more calling yourself ignorant. No more calling yourself that you have mental issues and using that R word, retarded. Enough of that. But allowing yourself to get goofy with yourself, that's what kids do. Kids make faces at each other and they laugh and giggle at each other, and it's not making fun. It's looking at the silly face and saying, wow, you can actually do that? Wow, that was funny. Do that with yourself so that you can see what yourself looks like. And if you can do that in the comfort of your own company, then what the narcissist says about you is like water off a duck's back, because you're not sharing that intimate moment with them of just getting goofy. No, they're taking something that you treasure, that goofiness and quirkiness about you, they're taking that and they're twisting it. How dare they? How dare they? They don't have that right, but we give them that right when we start crying and we start saying, I'm not fat. How dare you? You can't call me that. I'm not a bitch. No fair. I'm not a loser. We give the narcissist our power. But when we stand in our own power and we just go gray rock and have no effect, no emotional effect, when they start name calling us, they lose their power. So positive affirmations for you are a means to protect you. They're a means to help you nurture you. They're a means to help ground you in the beautiful, wonderful person that you are. The narcissist is not trying to make you. They assume that they are, but they're trying to mold you into their molded pattern that they have set before themselves. God made you. God put you here on this earth. That's something to celebrate. And the narcissist, well, they're trying to assume that position of authority over you and basically try to say, I made you so I can take you out of this world. No. No. Positive affirmations build you up in the spirit. They help you understand who you are. And like I said, they're going to feel uncomfortable at first. And making faces. Just think of it as child's play. Just go, fish kiss. I mean, what does it matter? Yeah, I look goofy, but it's okay. It's okay, because you know what? Anybody who wants to call me a name and say I'm acting silly and stupid, well, that's their opinion. I'm motivated in my reasons for doing what I'm doing that have nothing to do with acting stupid and silly. It's not derogatory. I'm doing this all in fun. I'm not doing it in vain, and I'm not doing it to get a rise out of anybody. The point is to be comfortable in who you are, be comfortable in what you do, because some days you are going to fall flat on your face. You're going to maybe trip over your own feet and stumble before people. And are you going to stay down, or are you going to stand back up and walk gracefully out of the room and make a wonderful exit, even though you fell flat on your face and you were holding bags of groceries or whatever? We always unknowingly draw attention to ourselves, and sometimes we do make mistakes. But if you can rise above and act graceful and don't sweat it, then you'll rise above the situation and you'll find that, you respect yourself, and people will respect you for that too. I remember, I think I was about 13 or 14. And my dad had just picked me up, my foster dad had just picked me and my sisters up from Girl Guides. So I was wearing this blue uniform dress, and I was wearing, dress shoes that were slippery, and it was in November. So I just had to wear these dress shoes. I just had to. I thought they were so pretty and so nice. But they had no grip. And I was walking through the parking lot, and it was snowing and wet and slushy. Well, I remember walking through the mall doors. My dad walked in first, my sister walked in second, and I was last. I have no idea how this happened, but I took one step on the platform that's in front of the mall doors, and it was metal, and it kind of was like it blew up air, and the bottom of my shoes were wet, and I took a step and my foot just fell from out, like slipped. I just slipped. And I don't know how I did it, but I lifted up off the ground and fell flat on my back. And I was winded. And I was just like, oh. And my sister walked over and she's like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I couldn't breathe. And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I remember getting up. And I remember feeling so embarrassed, but they didn't see it, but other people did. And I'm just like, great, everybody saw my, my legs spread. I'm wearing a skirt and I'm just like 14 years old. And wow, how ladylike was that? And I can laugh at it. At that time, it hurt. My ego was wounded, but I've slowly found myself revisiting that situation from a state of detachment, and I learned that I could laugh at it. Not laugh at myself, but just laugh at it that, yeah, I must have looked, it would have been something for the funniest videos. But it still freaking hurt. But I remember laughing helped me to cope with the embarrassment and the shame that I was putting on myself. Nobody brought up this situation. Like, it was not something that we talked about. It was not thrown in my face at, when my sister and I fought or argued. She never brought that incident up. It was like it was forgotten. And I think in reflection, laughing at yourself in a healthy way helps you to detach yourself from any unnecessary shame and embarrassment. So if you can make faces, I can't go cross-eyed. It hurts my eyes. So that's why I'm making faces with my nose. Ow. Cartilage. It's hard. Yeah, it's pointing, see? I used to always get teased by my nose, Shannon Ski's slope nose, and but that's okay. I love who I am. I love the way I look, and it's amazing how just learning to love yourself with positive thoughts and positive affirmations, it's amazing how words do heal. Words harm and words heal. And like God says, the power of life and death, the life and death is in the power of the tongue. And our tongue wags within the recesses of our mind as we tell ourselves things using our own inner voice, and we form thoughts that form feelings. And that gets projected out there. So just watch the things that you don't verbalize, but the things that you think about using your own inner voice in your mind. Start being positive. And you watch how that actually does slowly take the narcissist down, because when you start thinking positively about yourself, you do things positively. Your actions change, your thoughts change, your feelings change, and you'll find that even your habitual patterns change. And it knocks the narcissist off, because they're like, wait a minute, you used to do that before. And you're like, yeah, but I don't want to do it anymore. It's like the narcissist doesn't think that you are allowed to change your mind, or that you are capable of changing your mind. You change your mind, you change your life. So I think I'm done rambling. But I just wanted to share that with you, that positive affirmations do work. And just try it. Try it for 7 days. When you go to sleep at night, or when you're taking little naps, or when you have a few minutes to yourself, when you're waiting in the car for your narcissist friend or boyfriend, coworker, boss, mom, dad, child, whoever it may be. If you've got a few minutes alone, just speak into the open air. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself, and allow yourself to smile. And when the narcissist is in your presence, or a toxic person, it's hard to smile around them. So watch your thoughts. Keep your thoughts focused on you, on positive things about you. Keep telling yourself, I love myself. I love myself. It's okay, this will pass. I love myself. The narcissist wants me to do that. I don't want to do that. I love myself enough to not do that. And if they're bossing you and telling you something, you can say, oh, thank you. You know, like if the narcissist is saying, you know, you should really take out the garbage. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like you missed out today. Like, what are you, stupid? You can just say, oh, yeah, thank you. I'll take it under advisement. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say thank you every time they open their mouth. Thank you. Thank you. And wear a smile. Thank you. Thank you. The narcissist expects you to agree with them. Your thank you is just you acknowledge them, but you don't have to take their advice. You don't have to absorb their negativity. You don't have to take it in on yourself. What they're doing is how they feel about themselves, and they're projecting onto you. We've already discussed that, and I'm sure you already know that in other videos. So just remain positive, even if you can't show it in front of a narcissist because they're that frickin' draining. Just stay in your mind. I can't wait till I get home, and I'm going to excuse myself, and I'm going to go to the washroom, and I'm going to give myself 5 minutes, and I'm going to say these things. Go in your mind as the narcissist is driving you guys home. Go in your mind in your quiet space and think, this is what I'm going to say to myself when I get home in the mirror. I love myself. You are so joyful. Oh, you're so funny. You told that joke. That was so funny. Oh, and you know how you stubbed your toe today? You know, you didn't break your toe, but that was a funny situation. And you just, I'm giving myself permission to laugh at the funny things and not take anything really seriously. I'll compartmentalize. I'll allow myself to share in funny moments and not sweat the small stuff. And it was really funny when I hurt my toe, like I stubbed my toe. That freaking hurt, but the way I yelled and the look on my face I must have had, and the way I hopped around on one foot, oh, that was so funny. That was hilarious. That was funny. I know I'm rambling a little bit here, but you get what I'm trying to say. Rehearse what you want to say to yourself, and then it will come easy, because what comes out of your heart comes out of your mouth. I love you. Be blessed.